I said, what the heck? Let's go ahead and start this up. We already got people in here. So me and Tennessee were behind the scenes talking about all kinds of stuff. So let's get caught up on the comments and then we'll start. So Kenworth Ryder says, good evening, Twisted Big D and Tennessee Flatbed. Oh, yeah, Tennessee Flatbed's right here. If you're new to the channel, that is Tennessee Flatbed. He's a flatbed trainer. Got anything else with the flatbed trainer? What else do you do?
Flatbed trainer and motorcycle rider, and pretty much anything else that deals with my life.
Yeah. Let's start the show. Go Diego, go. Twisted Big D thinks he's a gangster. I don't think I'm a gangster. Hey, Tennessee Flatbed has a comment in there. He's wearing, what is he wearing in the picture? Pajamas? No, I was wearing shorts and a jersey. You just don't have good taste in clothes. At least Tennessee dresses like a professional trucker. Tennessee, you work flatbed, so you have to dress like that, right?
Yeah, we can say that.
I mean, oh, do you not like? You climbing on all that stuff?
Roll out of bed. That's what I put on.
Oh, okay. But is it good to do the flatbed loads in like shorts and stuff? Do a lot of flatbedders do that?
I mean, if you dress that way, you dress that way. I've seen it, but I don't think it looks right. I mean,
Primal L's pajamas in the terminal. Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. What you think, Tennessee?
Yeah, I've seen shower shoes. I've seen shorts, putting the shirt on before they go into the building.
Yeah, we've seen some stuff. Seen some stuff out there. That's anywhere you go, though. That's anywhere you go. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Truck drivers, new ones dress so unprofessional. And that's my test day jersey stuff. Like, I love wearing a jersey on test day. I just like to do that little bit of extra showing support for my students and stuff. I think that it kind of shows like, hey, man, I'm here for you and I'm all in. What's going on, Nick? How's it been? Shot, I got late again. Hey, we just started, Peg Leg. We're starting early. The intermission right here, I guess. So, Tennessee, what you got going on this week?
I've got a guy testing tomorrow. He seems like he's going to do pretty good. His pre-trip is phenomenal. Backing did really good today on his pre-test on his backing. He got 3 points on his parallel and 1 point on the alley dock when I tested him. So we'll see how he does.
What else you got going on? What you got going on in 2 days?
Oh yeah, in 2 days, Saturday with you over there live on your channel again. We've got the hot chip challenge coming up.
Bro, are you not scared? It's a freaking coffin. Oh, I wish you could get mobile with your camera and show your cabinet over there. We'll save that for a video that you're thinking about doing pretty soon. But I would like an in detail look at that cabinet. The one on the other side of the little wall.
Oh, my curiosity cabinet in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. The one next to it. Look, we got a special guest.
How's it going?
It's going.
I tried to get him to take a file, stick a file up his butt and come in there and give it to you, but he wouldn't do it.
I'm out.
She's all like, I have nothing to say.
So everybody in the chat, that's Alex. We just got him out of jail. I'll be having a video of my breakout with him soon. So
you broke him out, bro?
Yeah, we broke him out 2 days early.
Oh, super chat just happened from Hans.
Oh, Hans. Look at me, not on my game.
Insane Clown Posse wears pajamas and makeup. Yo, Han, I'm never gonna live that picture down, am I, Hans? I'm gonna live that thing forever. That I'm wearing pajamas out there. Now all the comments are gonna be like, those juggalos, they wear their pajamas out there on to trucking. What kind of juggalos are they?
Peg leg.
Big Leg says, I used to wear Speedo thongs in the truck stops. That's true, Twizted. Tennessee scary show. So the hot chips going down Saturday. My week has been a little bit crazy. So I started testing my guys out that went on quarantine and the guy that went on COVID with me, the guy that got COVID and we all went on quarantine together. So I tested one guy. We got a trifecta. Tested the second guy the next day. Got a trifecta. Third guy the next day. He got nervous. He failed, unfortunately. Great guy. Awesome guy. Followed the YouTube channel forever, and I'm sure he's going to get it on his second test. And then I got one more test tomorrow, just like Tennessee. I ended up getting first up. I was like, wow. But we're both testing tomorrow and, get the last one done and then get my retest done on Saturday and, on to the next guys.
And I get to meet Jeffrey. He finally cleared. He finally cleared today. I'll get a hold of him later this evening to meet up with him tomorrow after my guy test. So.
All right. Real quick before we move on, because I got a special congratulations for the man formerly known as Isaac's dad. Took his test, trifecta. Good stuff, bro. Man, that's my boy right there. So he followed the channel. He's been following the channel, talking to us, hitting us up every Thursday. And, it's great to see that he went ahead and got his trifecta out the way, man. I'm 100% happy for you. I've been rooting for you, Isaac's dad, or Steve-O now. Steve-O. I got to learn the new name. So, Steve-O, we are excited for you. We're glad that we see that you trifected, and now it's time to finish that TNT, get that knocked out, and move on, bro. Get your own truck. Don't move on from the channel. Stay at the channel. And if you're ever in Springfield, come by and see us. His face scares kids, so if you got your kids with you, since I know you're a dad, don't bring your kids because he scares them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, Leah, we missed you last week. Leah, be here on Saturday. Come in on Saturday. You're going to watch that man in pain.
Yeah. I'm still don't know if my stomach's going to be kosher with it. I got the other end. I had that conversation, make sure it was going to be all right. But yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. Thought Isaac's dad was at Swift. No, he's at Prime. He's here at Prime. You're thinking of Brian. Brian ended up going to Swift. I think, Hans, that's where you got it mixed up. Because Brian also was a longtime watcher or subscriber, and he came in here a lot. And he ended up coming to Prime, had some stuff go down, ended up leaving Prime, wasn't able to come back to Prime, and ended up going to Swift. That's a lot of story, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got anything to add to that story?
No.
All right, Tennessee, I'll let you hit this one first. I'm testing tomorrow. Any advice?
Just take your time. Worry about each section at a time. Listen to the examiner. Just pay attention to what your trainer has taught you, and just slowly go through it. We're walking right now, not trying to run. So.
Yeah, and definitely everything he said, perfect. And, just come in there with a clear mind. You're going to be a little bit nervous, but you got to think about it. That examiner's just a scoreboard. He's only going to give you a point if you hit something on the backing. He's only going to not count. He's only counting what you do on your pre-trip. Whatever you do not do on your pre-trip, whatever you skip over or you forget to do, whatever the case may be, he can't mark a point that you actually did it. So he's just a scoreboard. He's taking score. Make sure that you're just, you just do your test. That's all we ask. Just do your test, get it done, get it out of the way. And don't like stress it too much, I guess I would say.
Yeah, don't stress it out. Just take your time.
DC, just take it and don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, just take it. Don't get overwhelmed. See what Pegleg says. Don't forget about the mandatory chain carry season starts soon in the mountains in the west for big trucks.
Yep.
Yeah, Pegleg, over at Prime, for the most part, we're required to carry the chains, pretty much year round, because there's certain states we go to and they can check at any time if we have our chains, and they don't have chain seasons. Isn't that right, Tennessee, or do I have it incorrect?
I just know they send out a message when it's in the certain states that have mandatory chain laws in effect on that certain month to month.
How about those auto socks? Have you tried those?
I haven't tried those. I've heard both pros and cons against them. But I'm not out that way enough to worth getting a set and trying them out.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I would have to give them a try because, like I would at least have them on my truck, like if I was in those areas. That way, if it ever came to it, like say one time I had a chain up, it's a lot easier to probably throw that on there than it is to get your chains out and at least use it to get me to a truck stop or somewhere to pull over safely so I can just wait till they clear off the roads,
Right.
Thanks, bro. I'm pretty nervous. Yeah, it's hard not to be nervous. Think of anything that you ever done before a big test or any way. Like for me, for example, I was nervous about my test. My trainer said, "Hey, I don't get it, man. You would go like I was a correctional officer. I would be one man with the shield sometimes, and we would go that door open, and I hit that offender and push him to the wall so we can control him or push him on the ground, and the other guys would handcuff them all up, and he was all like, I don't get it. You're scared of this test, but you never been scared to run in a cell and get an inmate out? And I said, nah, man. He goes, what did y'all do before that? I said, bro, we were beating each other up. Like we would put on our gear and we would be messing around with each other, like shoving each other into the walls or dogpiling the new guy. I said stuff like that, just get him pumped up. He said, come in pumped up, man. I came in pumped up. Believe me. Tennessee, how'd your test go? Like, how did you beat those nerves?
I just tried to think about it. Just like I always tell my students, just take your time. Heck, I was really nervous when I took my pre-trip test. I was really nervous when I started to do. I had no problem doing straight back and offsets. It's that alley dock that I got really nervous about. My brother-in-law didn't know how to really show me how to fix that alley dock. So it was pretty much just wing it type deal. And then the drive was nothing. I'm comfortable behind that steering wheel. So
yeah. And I tell people all the time, I'm all like, the craziest thing about this test is a lot of people stress they stress the backing, and everybody's like, that's the hardest part. But the thing about it is really pre-trip is the hardest part, and it requires you to remember everything. But the driving is kind of the part where sometimes it's out of your control and you can fail it. Like sometimes I've seen a lot of different ways people failed, and a lot of it had to do with they were following too close. But like I've also seen cars pull out in front of trucks and stuff like that, and like not pull out. That wouldn't be, if they just pulled out in front of you, that's not your fault. But I've seen them like go like they're making a turn, and then they realize that that's the wrong street, and they come back out, and you have to stop. and they slam on their brakes because they know that if they keep on going, you're going to hit. So they have to fail you on that. And like, I'm all like, man, that's kind of messed up, man. It's that car made a bad decision. But the thing is, they were in front of them. So, you know, we should have been further back is the way the examiner looks at it. And he's kind of right, but kind of like, it's like, come on, man, give somebody a break on that. That's a little bit, that doesn't happen all the time, you know? Or say a car comes down the road and they're not paying attention because they're texting and driving and they run into the back of the trailer. Your test is canceled right there, so you didn't pass your drive. Good luck tomorrow. Han says, peg leg, I have chains on year round. Yeah, Hans has chains built into his tires, so he never has to switch tires.
Now I carry my chains year round.
It. Do what?
I carry my chains year round, but no wonder our streets are messed up, peg leg.
Yeah, no, Hans says where.
Oh,
It was Hans. Yeah, that's where all those potholes come from. Is Hans been through? That's why there's so much construction in the United States, is because Hans is running around with chains and just tearing stuff up. All right. Rob says, Twizted, how many miles on average were you getting a week as a company driver? Solo, I was getting 2,500, and I'm averaging that because there's weeks I got 3,000, a little bit over. There's some weeks that I got way less. Team driver, whenever I was a team driver, I get about 5,500 miles. Good weeks were like 6,000 plus. Bad weeks were 4,500, and I was not happy. I was not happy unless I got 5,000 miles. I was tripping on the trailer. Nick says, off topic but Twizted, what's better album, The Great Malenko or Carnival of Carnage? Ooh, my favorite's the Riddle Box. I would have to go with Great Malenko. I'm going to go with Great Malenko because it came to mind first, and it was a kind of a toss-up. Steve says, I'm riding home with another trifecta winner. Big Al got a CDL yesterday. Man, we can give him a round of applause, too. I hope you got it going through the speakers of the car. Big Al, congratulations. I hope you're a subscriber to the channel. Congratulations. Good job. DC says, I appreciate the response, brother. I just found your channel, already subbed and liked your video. Thank you, man. We appreciate it over here. And make sure you also go to Tennessee Flatbeder and subscribe to him. I think he's back, actually.
Yep.
Okay, so he's back. Tennessee Flatbeder is the other channel. Let me get that off of there. See, Tennessee Flatbeder is the other channel. Make sure you subscribe to that one. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're putting me at ease. Ha ha. Sorry, Tennessee. I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this or get down on them some. Timothy says, when taking a test, and I mean any kind of test, slow is faster. It depends how slow. Like, really, Timothy, it depends how slow. Because if you're over there pumping your brakes on a straight line back, you want to see Twisted's face turn red. Like, start pumping the brakes on a straight line back. Like, this face will turn red. Smoke, vape will be coming out everywhere. And I'll be like, Tennessee, give me a cigarette. Which hasn't happened in a long time.
I about offered you one today.
Oh, bro. I was this close. Lots of states, you ain't allowed to chain up. Definitely slow down and relax. Yeah, don't change what you're doing. Like, you guys are saying slow down and relax. Like, if you're changing what you practice, so everybody has their own pace whenever it comes to pre-trip and whenever it comes to backing and everything. Why would you change it test day? Do it as you normally would, and do it as you normally would. Don't change anything. If you took your foot off the gas pedal, and off the brake and just put your foot flat on the floor to do straight line back, that's what you should do test day. If you were pumping the brakes on the straight line back, which I would not like, but if that was the only way you could straight line back and you practice that way, do that on your test. If you smash that gas pedal down and backed it out of there in 30 something seconds, like one of my guys did not too long ago, then do that on the test. Let me get this straight. We did not practice going that fast in a straight line back, but test day zoomed it out of there. I don't know what you think, Tennessee. Am I kind of wrong, or?
No, you're good. You're pretty good on that. I know I'm a little distracted here. I'm trying to get my link to throw it in here. That's why I'm not looking at the screen. I'm trying to pay attention to what you're saying, but messing with the monitor below.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good, brother.
Is the hiring freeze coming in September? You know, we can't call whenever there's a hiring freeze. And from now on, I'm not going to say there's a hiring freeze until like Prime puts it out and says there's a hiring freeze. Because
until they tell us.
Yeah, I made the mistake before. And like I was told from somebody that was that worked at the pad said, hey, we're going to go on a hiring freeze in July, and it's going to be just to redo the pad. We're going to stripe it. We're going to seal it. We're going to do all this. Haven't you seen the guys out there doing the bids and stuff? I was like, oh, okay. Put it out on my channel and found out that they said we weren't on a hiring freeze. We were just slowing down on the amount of people coming in. So I really don't want to say we're on a hiring freeze right now, because guess what? We might just be having a couple people come in right now. I don't want to lie to my viewers, and I don't want to be what's it called, Thomas? Like, I don't want to lie to them, and I don't want to mislead.
Mislead.
And on this channel, we answer the questions best we can. Like, I know I joke around and say all the time, and I say, hey man, if I don't know the answer to it, we're just gonna make some stuff up. Like, but the truth is, I'm trying to lead people in the right direction. And I'm not telling you guys to come straight to Prime. What I'm telling you guys is, like, do your research, find the company that fits best for you. And I'm hoping that you do your research and you find out that Prime's the best fit for you, because whenever y'all come to meet me out on the pad, like today I had a gentleman come meet me on the pad. He said, hey man, you're one of the reasons that I came to Prime. I told him, I said, man, I feel that you made the right decision coming here. He said, man, your videos influenced me. And I said, man, I'm glad my videos were informative enough to get you to come to Prime. Like, to me, that's awesome. Like, him watching my videos, learning, hey, I need to do more research, doing some research on my channel, made him come here. Oh, and I made sure that he subscribed to Tennessee Flatbed. I said, hey, have you subscribed to Tennessee Flatbed? He goes, yeah, I got both of y'all. I said, okay, just making sure. Tennessee Flatbed, your student. Hey, tell them what your student did. We found out about your student today subscribing to us.
Yeah, first thing out when I first meet my students, I say, hey, we've got pre-trip videos both on our channels. Go on there and check them out and make sure you like and subscribe, both of us. And he finally did it today. After he said he's watched them and all that, I'm like, dude, really?
Let's go like this for a little while. DC, hopefully, DC, who you drive for? He says, hopefully for Swift, if I pass, then after I get some experience, I might venture off on my own. Yeah, I think you're doing it right. All right. And I know you said Swift. I know a lot of people hate Swift for whatever reason. I'm going to tell you right now, Swift is not a bad company. I've done research on them because I listened to everybody talk so bad and so poorly about Swift. I've done research on it. Their pay is pretty good. Like, they're not, I don't think that they're better than us for a mega carrier. Like I don't see that their pay's that bad. You know, they do have a bad reputation. We're getting there too. It's that whenever you have a big company that has a crash, your logo's on the side of your truck. There might be 10 trucks in that wreck, and if one of them has a Prime emblem, Prime caused that wreck. If the rest were just all owner ops with no name on the trailer, you know, that happened. But definitely, you're right. Get some more experience and then venture off on your own. Definitely get that experience. It's good to have that if you go to another company, stuff like that. Tennessee, how much experience do you think you need to have to go to like another trucking company, a good one, a really good one to make it better?
Most of them require at least 2 to 5.
2 to
2
5.
to 5 years.
And Han says Swift is a good training company. Stay with them. Stay a year and then move on. Same with Prime. Stay a year. Well, I'm not going to say move on, but stay a year. Get your stuff done. You might look into venturing out. If not, then hey, we're good. What you think, Tennessee?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say I'm biased too. I mean, that's why I'm still at Prime for 5 years and some change. But yeah, I mean, we're a good company to start with. I've heard a lot of drivers that met me before I became a trainer out on the road says, "Hey, how do you like it with Prime? I used to work for Prime." And they were like, I started there and then I went out on my own. So I agree with you.
Yeah. Simple Plan Trucking's here. Hello to all. Man, if y'all are not subscribed to Simple Plan Trucking, definitely subscribe to it. It's a great channel. Like him and his wife, I had the honor of doing a video with them not too long ago, and it was just awesome. Like you could feel like they were both into each other, and like it was a real happy relationship, and they're out running freight, and you know they were honest, and Tennessee was there too. I'm sure he felt the same way, and they were honest, and they're like, I mean, they told us all kinds of stuff, and it was a good time. I like making videos with him, and he was a student on my truck. Great guy. I got to know him. He's Captain Dave, and just a great team. You know, it shows some of you husband and wives out here kind of like, hey, look at this husband and wife team doing it. Maybe we should try that out. Oh, Tennessee, you want to add to that? Because you were at my co-host. Well, my co-host, and then on his channel, I was his co-host. So our co-host, did you want to add to that?
No, I think we need to move along. Other than that, they're a pretty good channel. Pretty good couple, too.
Hans says, I'm not the biggest fan of these company trainers who have 6 months experience. Hans, I'm telling you right now, I've seen some horrible trainers that had like 5-6 years of experience. Like they were horrible. And I've seen these 6-month trainers that are doing TNT that are just outstanding. I think at a certain point in your career or in life or anything you do, after you do it for a long time, you start getting complacent. And when you're complacent, that's when you start being dangerous. So Hans, I'm usually like Hans, usually I like to agree with you, you know. You have a lot of experience and you're real wise, but right there, like I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like some of these guys 6 months out, they're fresh out of the class. Guess what? They're fresh into their own truck. They ran a couple months by themselves, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. And then they came back to take this class to start doing TNT. And I think that at that point they were a sponge, and in that amount of time, they know how to run their truck and they know how to do their stuff because they put 30,000 miles on TNT. And I think that they're more knowledgeable than somebody that got complacent, and for the little stuff that means a lot, people that forget to do. Like it could be a simple thing as a guy been driving 15 years and he's all like, I don't feel like checking that that lock and jaw all the way around that kingpin, and then he takes off and his trailer falls, boom, hits the ground, tears a bunch of stuff up, like just because he was complacent. I still love you, Hans, even though you give me super chats talking trash about Insane Clown Posse. God dang it.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
You're good, brother. I was going to say, Prime did their research on the safety history from 6-month drivers to 3 to 5 year drivers. The 6-month drivers had a better safety rating than the other ones in being a trainer because they're fresh out of school, still knowing everything that they learned. So I'd agree with what you were saying. I was just saying Prime already did their research and paid the teams to look up the digital, all that good stuff, and yeah,
whatever they do, those dang IT guys always are compiling information. That's how we have a top 200 list. I mean, they compile all this information, and they're all like, "This is our top 200 most unsafe drivers, and let's pull them in and eval them and see what's going on." In the top 200 list, nobody wants to be on it, but the thing is, we're getting information. The company's getting all this data and information on how we can make safer drivers out there. That's what the top 200 list was for, but everyone takes it as a negative thing. Also, it was for bringing people in to see how they're doing, like give them a test, a little eval, and if they are dangerous, it's time to get them out of here so before they hurt somebody. I don't know why I just touched on the top 200 list, but you know there is one for your information out there.
Yeah, and that's not a good top 200 either.
No. Well, you know, I'll tell you a little story before I get to Peg Leg comment. So one time my student was sitting out there at the bench, and this guy comes up and he's all like, "Man, I've been driving for a while." He goes, "I had to come down here to the pad. You know, I gotta see one of these examiners," and I'm listening to him, and I was all like, "I see that he has a purple badge," and I was like, "I already know what's going on here. I already know." So he's talking about like he's been through this, and he's all like, "Yeah, I'm on the top 200 list," and my students, they're all like, "Top 200 list? This guy got to be great. This dude's awesome." And you know, this was a while back too. It wasn't any time recent. It was before I got Instructor of the Year in 2020. So, you know, he was talking all this stuff, and they were eating it up, listening to every word he said. He was all like, "Yeah, man, you gotta get the Jakes on. Like there's a chance you could burn up your brakes going down the mountain." I mean, he was talking this up. Some like he was been out here a million years, making it sound good. So we get in the truck, and those guys were all like, "Man, that dude's on the top 200 list. You hear that?" They thought it was something good. And I said, "Think about this. So the smaller the number is, the more the list means." I said, "Look, y'all never asked me if I was on any list." And they're all like, "No, we haven't." I said, "Look, I was top 15 Instructor of the Year." And they're all like, "Oh, wow." I said, "Think about it. If it's a low number, it's a great list. If it's a big number, top 200, it's probably not a good list." And they were all like, "Well, what is the top 200? I said, "It's pretty much the top 200 drivers that are unsafe, that they're trying to get better." So it was kind of crazy.
All right, real quick, we got Jesus Takes the Wheels with a super chat.
Oh, let's get down there. Bro, Jesus Takes the Wheel. So we going to Hooters Saturday? We going to Hooters for dinner Saturday? No, wait, whoa. No, we can't. We can't. There, Jesus, I don't know if you missed it or not, but we can't go to I got something planned on Saturday, and it's been a while since it was planned. We got all these coffins. Hey, Jesus, one has your name on it. You can come represent TNT Trainer. Hey, look, hold on before I go back up to Peg Leg's comment, because Jesus Takes the Wheel and this guy right here were best friends. They were a teammate on training I'm going to get to his comment too, because this is James Guest. I was top 200, got fired. Then they tried to make top 200 guy here back working at a college job. And that is Gifty, Jesus. You remember Gifty? Gifty and Jesus, man, they were best friends back in the day on my truck. Best friends. Gifty taught Jesus how to back. I didn't have time to teach Jesus how to back. So ends up Gifty taught him how to back. Jesus watched everything. Jesus was out there, and I kind of talked to him while Gifty was doing it. And Jesus learned that way. I didn't hang him out to drive and say I didn't teach him at all, but we like to joke and say, hey, Gifty taught you how to back, which is kind of true. Pegleg says, just remember those examiners have to test out for CDLs as well. They also have to recertify once a year in most states. On the examiners, don't be intimidated. And that's right. And you know what? Just for Pegleg, what the heck did I do? Okay, just for Pegleg being in here, let's get these likes up. Tennessee Flatbed, you want to say something about some likes, man?
Yeah, go ahead and play that nice video.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. Hit that like button. Borrow my leg to smash that ding-dong bell. Oh, and if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too.
Go ahead and subscribe too. 10 Count Story says, what happens if you get put on the top 200 list at Prime? Tennessee, you want to get that?
You're going to be coming down to the plaza, talk to an examiner. They're going to go ahead and eval you on, can you hook up to a trailer? Can you drive that trailer? And can you back that trailer up?
Couldn't keep a straight face, bro.
But yeah, it's not good to be on that list.
No, it's not. So they just give you a little eval. They'll take you on a drive. They'll let you back in. They watch how you drive. They make sure you're checking the mirrors. They're trying to make sure that you're being safe. And are you playing with a fidget toy at the camera?
Yeah, it sits right here in front of my computer.
But they make sure that you're safe, and they want to make sure that you're going to be good and safe, and they're making sure you get out and look, all kinds of stuff. So they're making sure that you're a safe driver. Once you pass it, then you're good. If you fail it, then that's another story. And there are people that fail it. They're once you get that top 200 list eval, you are fighting for your job, really. Is Tennessee regional?
I'm Midwest region is what I am. Run everything from Missouri and out.
I guess I am too, because I just run around here too. John says, what's up, fellows? How's it going, John?
What's going on, John?
John's been following for a long time too. Oh, we're way behind on these comments.
Yeah.
Jeff says, let's get this PSD going. Whoop whoop. Yeah, your trainer said you ain't working until he feels like coming back to work. 21 days later. 10 Count Story says, what exactly does the citation department do? The citation department takes care of any tickets you have. They're a lot about the tickets, the safeties. They're making sure that we're not breaking laws in any city or state. They do a whole bunch, and they have to be really, really prepared to answer any kind of questions. They also do the background checks on us, stuff like that. I mean, they do a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I missed anything they do. Do you know, Tennessee?
You pretty much covered what they do.
I had to call them one time for a guy with a license in Florida to see if the state of Florida reinstated his driver's license, because nobody knew. So, James Guess says, does owner still play hoops at the terminal? Thought that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he still comes down there. Not as often as he used to because of the whole Hutchu thing going on, but
Your thoughts on the 20 to 30 weeks in a CDL school? 20 to 30 weeks in a CDL school? That's ridiculous. Wow. I mean, if that's what fits you, let me clear this up. If that's what fits you is that CDL school, stick in there and just do it if you have to. Yeah. I think that I'm averaging about 13, 14 days, probably 14, 15 days with my guys.
Days
Tennessee,
minimum.
what you doing?
14 days minimum with my guys.
14 days minimum. So, you know, we're getting people out in about 2 weeks plus 3 days of orientation. So, you know, and that's not guaranteed. It's up to you. It depends on you. So we're definitely doing less than that. That's a long time. I was told FMCSA, you have to have 2 years of experience. You have to have 2 years of experience to do what we do, and that's get a permit holder and teach them how to drive a semi-truck. You have to be minimum of 2 years since February the 7th. Tennessee Flatbeder, I'm out on TNT right now, knocking out those miles. He must be one of your students.
Heck yeah, Michael. Do that safely too, please.
Hey, is Michael that guy that I helped out with the offset? Is that the same Michael?
It might be.
The one that I got in there with, and like he was, man, I felt bad for him. He was like, I'm broke. Like he was over there like, I'm broke. And I just jumped in the driver's seat and I said, let's try this out. Let's do this. You see this? Try this out. Stop getting in your head. Stop doing too much. And like, cool dude. Is that the same one?
It might be. Like I said, I've got to see his face.
Yeah, man. He was like on his breaking point that day. Michael, if you're the same guy, let me know, because if you are, you're like, man, I feel great that you're out there knocking out those miles. Good dude. If you're the same guy. Even if you're not the same guy, you still might be a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
Gifty says, never forget locking pins because of Twizted. Yeah. Can't forget those locking pins. Thank you. Michael says, thank you for both of your helps out there in the pad. I've learned a lot and have applied a lot out here in the field. Yeah, that's exactly who that is.
Good. I like to hear that. And I like to hear if your trainer's actually doing it, helping you out, letting you back that trailer, letting you do the shippers and receivers, showing you how to do this job. So when you come back to upgrade, definitely hit me up at the pad.
Yeah, definitely come see us, man. We love it whenever our guys come out and visit us. Like,
oh, yeah.
The good thing about y'all coming out to visit us on the pad is that whenever we have students out there, it's nice for them to see somebody that succeeded, that was in our truck, that sat in the same place that they're setting at that moment. Like, man, I think that's awesome. Just hit that, hanging out with Sam all week. My bad.
I want to hit skip that record because Hans just hit us up with another super chat.
Uh-oh. Oh, all the way down.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's something good. Super chat from Hans. Let's see what it says. Bro, go back to pajamas. Go back to pajamas, Hans. You're killing me over here. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Insane clown posses dresses like women. No, they don't, man. Oh, Hans, you get me with that super chat every time. Every time he gets me with that. Do what?
Still on helium.
Oh, it's on helium still?
Tennessee don't like that voice changer. All right, let's get back up here. When you decide to go through Prime for a CDL training, at what point do they start getting paid? How long's the process? All right, here we go. I'm going to try to do this really quick. So let's go. Hang on to your seats right here. You're going to have 3 days of orientation. You're going to do your 3 days of orientation. Then you're going to be eligible to get a trainer. At that point, you will get a guy like Tennessee Flatbeder or Twizted Big D or the many other great instructors that we have there. and you will be on a minimum of a 14 days training period, at which time you're making a borrowed $200 a week that is not gonna that you're gonna pay back. It's non-interest, and at that point, you're on that 14 days. About the day 15, if you're ready, or a little bit further than the day 15, you will be able to test, get your CDL, and at that point, you will start getting paid $900 a week, minus taxes, federal, minus state taxes, and minus anything else you have deducted out of your check. Bam. Anything else, Tennessee?
Wow.
I'm trying to get down these comments, man. We're so far behind.
Oh yeah, they're coming in pretty good, blessing quick. So,
dang, I'll buy the milk. He taught me everything I know. Yeah, Gifty taught him everything. Gifty says, no, he was a natural. Jesus says, I am. Jesus, you're making lots of money. Modest amount. Man, Jesus over there banking it, dude. Jesus is vicious over the road. Jesus is working hard and running freight and training, and the man's unstoppable. I'll tell you that. Modest amount. Jesus is making a good living. My bad, Jesus. I know you're trying to be humble. Gifty, he's making a good amount to survive off of.
you just tried to say girthy.
Do what?
A girthy amount. You just tried to say a girthy amount.
A girthy amount?
Yeah, a girthy amount of money.
I said gifty.
No, after that. All right, move on.
Oh, did I? Well, I want to go to the next comment. There we go. Sub D in Tennessee from Gunther. And everybody else. James says, how long you lease? Still first lease? Not. I don't know if he is or not.
That's a name
Captain
I haven't seen in here
Caveman.
a
I haven't
while.
seen Captain Caveman in a while. What's up, everyone? Just figured it out. I had to put my table in desktop mode to see the live chat. Hey, you got into the live chat. Congratulations. He's laughing. Going on 3 years, about to finish my first lease. Hey, congratulations.
That deserves a skull.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Let's get the clapping. He's about to finish that lease, man. He's gonna get that completion or his money back that he paid in. I can't call it a completion bonus. I really can't. It's your money. Let's see what you think.
I didn't hear a thing you said. Your clapping and applause was running over your voice.
I said he's about to get that fund that he paid into his money back out of it. I can't call it a completion bonus. I mean, can you?
You put into it, so it's almost like a savings account.
Yeah.
So you could put that towards another truck in September.
But can you call it a completion bonus?
That's what Prime does.
You're fired on Monday, bro. Peglick says if a cat still did engines in road trucks, would you prefer to have a cat, Detroit, Packer, or Cummins? Bro, whichever one doesn't break down.
I like the Detroit.
The Detroit?
Yeah.
Have you drove the other ones?
I just like the way the Detroit runs.
You just like the word Detroit.
I don't like that place.
You said I'm going to say the one that I can read, and I'm damn sure not saying Cummins.
Yeah, when it comes down to diesels, I'd rather. Yeah, Cummins are decent diesels, but we're talking about big trucks, not little trucks.
Would you do OTR without an APU equipped truck? Heck no. No. Well, I guess you could idle your truck the whole time. Let me tell y'all guys that idle these trucks something right now, and I don't know if Hans is going to agree with me or say I'm completely wrong about this. But if you're idling the truck without bringing those RPMs up, I feel it's bad on the engine because your oil pressure is too low. You need to bring up the RPM some to get that oil pressure up so you can have oil going through this engine properly. So if you're going to idle the truck, I think that you need to bring those RPMs up some because I know that that's not good on that engine. Hans, correct me if I'm wrong because I would like to know your input on this. Please, I hope you can give me some insight on this. But I watch the oil pressure gauge and I do a lot of like overthinking a lot of stuff. And that oil pressure gauge is real low when you're just idling a truck. You need to bring those RPMs up to get that oil moving through that engine. Please, Hans, answer that question. Answer that if I'm completely wrong, or what do you think? I'm the guy that worked at the jail military.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Michael now.
Is he the guy I helped?
Yeah.
He is? Okay, cool. Jesus says, I do TNT training. Hell yeah. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Tennessee, you ever done TNT training?
Nope, and I never will. My old lady would be kind of upset with me. I never see my house. So,
yeah.
Because the way I run hard. I keep my truck moving when I am out.
She just wants a break from you. She just wants a break from you. She's like, she's probably in there listening to you say that, and she's probably over there like, get out the house. That way I can make that money.
No, she hadn't packed my bags and thrown it at the door yet, so.
Fun gaming if no APU truck stays on. Michael says, my TNT trainer's letting me do it all, fueling back into spaces and all the things. Man,
Good
Michael,
deal,
that's a good
deal.
trainer. Gifty says, keep America roads safe, guys. Night.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, Gifty. And you take care of that college campus you're working at. What you laughing at? Michael, I am Michael from Kansas City that would go to see my family on the weekends. Yep.
See, I remembered once you said you worked in the jail and you were in the military. I remembered exactly who you were. So.
Oh no, actually, Michael was not at the breaking point. Michael came out there whenever you were out of town a couple of days, and all I did was pretty much let him do some maneuvers, and we had talks about different stuff, like just different stuff. Hearing it explained a different way helps out a lot. And he actually stayed out there and listened to me explain it to my students and caught on to it even better. Just listening to my students.
You still jumped in with him, and because I had you jump in there with him and help him out a little bit on his offsets at the very beginning. Yeah.
Most of the time I get in there with your guys and they just look at me like I'm crazy. They're all like, who's this dude? Reefer chump getting into this flatbed truck? Get out of my truck, chump. This is what you guys look at me like. And I'm all like, hey, screw it. I'll just keep talking. I'm a talker. I'll talk. Gunther says, PSD training, after you guys train them on the yard for permit, has one ever done their PSD training locally, or is it all over the road?
So the way that works is PSD is to get you your CDL, and then TNT is to get you your safe miles before you get your own truck with Prime.
I think what he's trying to ask is has anyone ever done their TNT trainer locally? That's a negative.
No.
I think.
Hopefully, but no.
I don't know. I'm a little bit lost on that one. Typo training after the yard training with you guys.
See, I make runs. I'm not a yard trainer. And neither is
Yeah.
Twizted.
Yeah, we do runs. My job title's over the road. Seeing, that's one of the things right there is that people got everything messed up out there. They think that just because you sleep in the hotel room that you're locally trained, that you're a local guy, that you're a pad trainer, all this stuff. Look, guys, like I am a trainer, and Tennessee's a trainer too. And I'm telling you what, man, like we give y'all guys so much experience, and we have y'all driving. Like I'm telling you, my work day is long. Like today, I felt like I was tripping whenever I went home as early as I did. Today's the first day I went home in a long time. At what time was it? We left at
It was
10 a.m.
No, it was like 9:30.
9:30. Like that was the first time
Yeah.
ever. And that's because all my guys are testing out. And right now I don't have anyone. They didn't give me a student after my guys tested out. So if they give me a student, then guess what? I got students again. Oh, look, we got a question for you. I'll read it. I'm going to pop you up though.
All right.
Tennessee Flatbed, are you going to buy a truck? Or 10?
Eventually, I will buy my own truck. It's going to be an Outlaw with a super sleeper on the back. Something me and the old lady can take out with all of our animals. I've got 4 dogs and a bird, some reptiles that need to go with us. So it's going to be a lot of room for me. So that's going to be long way down the road once my motorcycle and trucks are paid off. But yeah, I'll buy a truck eventually.
Eventually. So sooner or later, he's thinking about buying a truck. I'm probably, well, the question wasn't for me. I'm not even going to answer it. I'm just kidding. No, I don't plan on ever getting a truck, though. I don't plan on it. Go, Diego, go. What's going on, man? Go, Diego, go. Did you put in an application with Prime? Because the other day we were talking and you were thinking about it. I'm super curious. Like, give me some insight on that. Okay, here we go. And sorry if the question was confusing. Yeah, it was confusing. Confusion is not an understatement. Kind of confused me. I was wondering, I'm worded it wrong. I'm trying to ask if anyone did the PSD training locally. Not really. We're all over the road drivers unless you're in the in-house group. And I haven't seen the in-house group really in a long time because they've been doing CDL holders. I don't even think it really exists. Man, I got these new glasses. And I still can't see the chat. Whoa. If I take them off, the whole dang screen's blurry. I can't see nothing. My eyes are getting super bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and add to that. We do have some locally trainers there, but me and Twizted aren't local trainers. We actually run out over the road sometimes. I'm out maybe 2-3 nights sometimes. Every now and then I'll jump into a chat, and you guys, if you're normal in the chat, you see I'm actually in the chat on the road. So what do you consider a local trainer? Because all of our job titles are over the road driver. Yeah, I'm not going to drop names. We already had that conversation earlier. This actually adds to that conversation.
That's why I was a little bit like, okay, technically we're all over the road drivers, okay?
Right.
So you got your good drivers and your bad drivers. Or your good trainers and your bad trainers. I don't know if I would even call it bad training.
No, it's not bad training. Not bad training at all.
It's more like your guys that put out a lot of work and you guys that do the bare minimum.
Right.
That don't go out and do any loads. If your trainer does at least the bare minimum 1 load a week, then like you're doing good. If your trainer hasn't done a load since 1965, you might have a trainer that's not running any freight that probably doesn't know what it's like. I think that we're all. I think we're all out there, and we're all pretty much running freight. I don't know of anyone out there that's not running freight. That's why I was like, I don't think we don't have no local drivers, and that's why I'm all like, we're all running freight.
Let's go on.
Thought on driver facing cameras. You know, they don't bother me. They really don't, because I'm not texting on my phone. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing. You know, occasionally I might be drinking an energy drink. Like they'll be like, man, this dude is drinking 6 energy drinks. That's about all I do. I don't know. Tennessee, what you think on backwards?
My personal views on that is a breach of privacy because of the fact that we sleep in our trucks.
Oh, they come on while you're sleeping?
They're on all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a curtain in there.
Yeah, but there's times that I jump in the front seat to smoke a cigarette. And I'm still in my chonies when I don't have a student with me.
Well, you're gonna have to get dressed. You're gonna have to put your jeans on and your button-down T-shirt and everything to get out and smoke a cigarette from now on.
When have you seen me wear a button-down T-shirt besides my flannel this morning?
You're gonna have to be wearing your flannels. You're gonna have to put all that stuff on and get up there and smoke a cigarette from now on. And I don't know. I know a lot of people are highly against them and they don't want to be at any company that has them. You know, I've heard, I've never seen it. I'll tell you right now, I have not seen it. But I heard some of the top 200 lists, they were putting the cameras that face the drivers in the truck so they can compile some data of what they're doing wrong that might be getting them critical events and etc. So,
okay.
You know, I heard that they were doing that or they were thinking about doing that, something like that, just on the top 200 list to find out what's going on. Like, is there cell phone usage? Is there this? Is the guy driving tired? You know,
right?
What's going on here? So, you know, as I hear a lot of people complain about them, I have friends that work at trucking companies like that have those cameras and they don't seem to have a problem with them. Some of the companies, those cameras will not go off, will not even come on that face the driver unless there's a critical event. So I know about those right there. That's why I was all like, whoa, what do you mean it's recording while you're sleeping? Like, my buddy is at a company, and if his truck gets, and they don't have like the critical events like we do, but they have some critical events that will trigger just like we do. So instead of it sending a message to their company, he got this critical event. It sends a video like 10 seconds before the critical event to 10 seconds after the critical event or something like that. Enough to find out what happened. Were you looking away from the wheel, or were you what were you doing during it? It doesn't have all the data that the prime truck has, that has your speed, your location, and all that. It's just a video. Were you saying something, Tennessee? My bad.
Oh, I was agreeing with you on that.
Okay, for sure. Go Diego Go says, I called and I was told there were no openings at the moment. Yeah, you know, and I hate to say that we're on a hiring freeze, but for CDL holders, it's getting hard to get into prime. If you have CDLs and you have experience or no experience, it is hard for you to get in here. Just gaming already, but not everyone likes driver facing cameras. Hans didn't answer my other question earlier, did he? Did I miss it?
Yeah, he did. It was down at the bottom.
Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay, I just saw his comment and. Okay, so earlier we were talking about oil pressure, and I said that idling the truck without enough RPMs does not have your oil pressure high enough to circulate the oil in the engine. And Hans says, I don't think it will mess with the oil at all. Okay, you know, Hans, try it out sometime. Idle your truck and wait for a while. Let it just settle at that idle, and then look at your oil pressure. and then rev it up just a little bit and look at your oil pressure gauge. Your oil pressure is going to be higher. That's why I was curious. Like I think it's, to me, I feel like it's bad on the trucks and you're not getting enough oil circulating through the engine. Well, Tennessee, what you think? You over there, mechanic. You look like you were sleeping.
Yeah, I think it actually idling. It's designed to have lower oil pressure, because it's not working hard. It's not creating a lot more friction than it would at a higher RPMs. To need a higher oil pressure to get that oil pumping through that engine. So I don't think it's going to matter if it's low idle or high idle.
So you don't think it needs good pressure? Okay.
No, because if
I
it did
always
design
like,
that way, they would have it already have it at a higher oil pressure when it was idling. Those
makes sense.
engineers do think about that.
Go Diego Go says, I found Bear None to be a good company and going to start orientation on Monday. I thought you had it made at Dollar General, bro. I thought you were doing good. Driver face and cameras, get a show from me, and it won't be pretty. Bro, you be messing with them. I could see you now, peg leg. I could see you walking through the truck and then all of a sudden be like, oh, shoot, somebody shot me in the leg, and just like have your leg fall off. Oh, it fell off. Blood, ketchup spraying out a bottle. You have tape to your leg, just all over the place. Oh, peg leg would be over there telling his fleet manager. He'd be like, hey, I bet you drinks next time at the bar I can lift my leg over my head. Bloop. Don't think the cameras, they would like to see me sleeping in my birthday suit. Yeah, I don't even like seeing myself in my birthday suit.
Heck, I think I would drive in my birthday suit if they had inward facing cameras.
You would have to do it only in the summertime. If it was cold out there, you wouldn't want to be driving like that.
I got that heat going.
Oh, okay.
I'd get dressed before I got out to work to load, though.
Yeah, then you would be putting on your pants and your button up flannel and all that stuff. It was a joke. I would close the curtains anyways. A lot of weirdos out there at truck stops. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Weirdos ain't supposed to look in your truck unless they are those pajama wearing juggalos. God dang it. I should have just skipped that one. I should have skipped that one. That was a car wreck waiting to happen. What'd you say?
I said, Hans, that wasn't a super chat for him to read.
Yeah, I know. I should have just skipped over that one. I need to read these things before I pop them up is what I need to do. We don't need you laughing down there, crying, man. Keeping my curtains open just in case prime drivers need help backing. Oh. Yeah, you might want to, Hans. Hey, look, we made it to the bottom. Look at that.
Yeah.
What time's your test tomorrow?
First test in the morning.
Oh, yeah, mine too. I got Gene coming in. Gene going to be flexing over there. He's going to be like, bam, trifecta. He's going to be hashtag purple card gang over there.
So we did have the one.
By the way, I don't think I'm going to get my CDL at local college by me since it's only around the corner. But after I want to come to Prime. Went to the drug test today. That was the last step. Yeah, man, be careful. Right now, Prime's not hiring people with CDLs, so make sure that the driving school has a job lined up for you after you finish your CDL school. My bad, I thought I had a message on that.
Hans just did for 2 months as a member.
Do what?
Said Hans just did a 2-month membership.
Yeah, he's had that. Where do you see that?
It popped up in the chat saying he just did another 2 months.
Oh. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. I didn't see it on here because I'm not on the YouTube one. I'm in this right here.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, if y'all hit the little join button right there and y'all click on that, y'all will get loaded onto the what's it called? What the heck's it called? If y'all join the club over there, I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called. If y'all join that, y'all will get little emblems next to your names telling how long y'all were subscribers. Y'all will also get special content before anyone else. Sometimes I drop videos over there before I do anyone else. Sometimes I drop them over there without anything done to them. Just straight up, boom, here's the video. Since you're a member, you get to see it first. Sometimes I ask for help on videos and opinions. So like I've dropped videos when was it? I dropped videos just the other day asking for my members to give me an opinion on them. And then you got special emojis and stuff like that. I mean, like it's a pretty good thing, and it's real cheap, real cheap. And cancel at any time. I sound like an info commercial over here. And don't forget to add the GoFundMe Tennessee Flatbeder right there. Bam, GoFundMe.
Yeah, it helps my channel out. It helps me get as soon as I get 800 subscribers, that's actually going to help me get my shirts made for my giveaway, and then a lot of other stuff going help for my channel. Wow.
So the hiring freeze is for people with CDLs or students as well. The hiring freeze is for the students. Now, okay, let me take that back. Twizted Big D did not say there's a hiring freeze, but the rumor of the hiring freeze is for the students. Now, what I've been hearing too, the rumor on the streets, you know how the streets are, they like to start a lot of stuff. The rumor in the streets is that we're not hiring people with CDLs. We're not hiring people with CDLs. So, or it's a long, long, long waiting list because they're only doing so many each week. Hey, Brian, we were talking about you earlier. Hans, there's the guy that went to Swift that you were thinking about. Brian's, what's up, guys? I'm loving this trucking. Did our first load and heading towards our second one. And Brian, aren't you the guy that went to Swift? We were talking about Kenworth Rider going to Swift, but I was like, no, Hans had Kenworth Rider confused with Brian, I believe. Oh, Tennessee Flatbeder, what type of Harley you got?
So I have I've got several Harleys. I've got the one I currently ride is a 2019 Road Glide Special, and then that parked in front of her in the garage is a 93 Dyna Lowrider Custom.
Custom.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the name, or is it custom because you customized it? So you have to say custom.
Both.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Did y'all see the video where it just went around like you? How many times you walk around that bike with that camera? Like twice or 3 times?
Well,
that
with
video
my
with
Dyna?
the music?
I've done a lot of videos so far. I've got about 1 million of them in the queue.
I'm talking about that one with the refrigerator in the background, the spooky looking refrigerator.
Oh, When I pulled up to the house.
Yeah, when you did the music and you went around it a couple times.
Okay, now ask that question one more time. I'm got lost in there.
There was a video of your bike and you went
Right.
around it a couple times. Like I was wondering how many times you went around it while you were playing music, where you blurred out the license plate on the bike. It ended right at the
Okay.
back of the bike. Then it was the ending credits, and then it popped up to a refrigerator in a
Oh,
evil looking room.
oh, you're talking about that room. That special video I'm still working on to get out here soon. That's that video. Okay. Yeah, that's my introduction to my bike. That video is. Says what it
Okay.
is, value of it. And I'll do one more of me talking about all the actual special stuff that I've added to it.
Gunther says, I heard a rumor, but have not called yet to ask. But I will call tomorrow and get information, etc., and see what the options they offer. Yeah, if you're thinking about coming to Prime, like at this point in moment, if you're thinking about going to a CDL school and then coming to Prime, I highly suggest. I don't want to tell somebody to just come to Prime. I highly suggest you checking into that though before you come, I guess is the way I need to say it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
make that part of
Tennessee.
your
What would you say?
research. Make that part of your research.
Make it
But
part of your
definitely
research.
call, check it out.
Prime makes you drive a lightweight truck. I've never been made to drive a lightweight truck. I don't have a lightweight truck.
I don't have a lightweight truck.
They ever make you drive one?
No, I haven't driven one at all other than moving the pad truck out of the way of my trailer that I use.
I borrowed one time just to like mess around in it with my student, and that thing gets on the side. It'll jackknife fast. I was not ready for it. It was a lot easier to back in because you just could manhandle the heck out of that trailer. It was different, but I've never been forced to drive one and never been forced into one. You got to come up with a good reason if you don't want a lightweight. You got to say, hey, my friend over here, Tennessee Flatbeder is going to be my teammate. So don't put me in a lightweight. And then I call Tennessee up. I'm all like, hey, they're going to check your driver code, and you got to tell these people you're going to get on my truck as a teammate till I get my truck. Then you get into your truck, boom. There's always loopholes.
They're going to take my truck from me if I do that.
Jeffrey says, I only have one guy in my class that already has a CDL.
Okay, so they're being very selective on how many CDL holders they bring in then.
Jeffrey, how many people were in your class and how many people made it to the end of orientation? If you had a guess, answer that. Brian says, I met a lot of Prime drivers here in Dumpson, Texas. Where is that? Tennessee didn't even want to answer that. I have no idea where that is. Steve-O says, I updated my name because I was running into YouTubers at the terminal and introduced myself as Isaac's dad, and they all said, what's your real name? Man, are you making videos? Did I not? We're gonna have to find out if you're making videos. I'm gonna look that up here in a minute, see if you're making videos. Since
I
you're
still wish I could
introducing
pop this. I know you're talking. Sorry, brother.
Go ahead. What you say?
Oh, Hans texted me, and I wish I could copy it and paste it into the chat because he sent me. I think let me open it up real quick. Yep, he sent me a $30 donation to my GoFundMe, and I wanted to read his message, but I cannot read his message in the chat. He says I'm not supposed to be doing certain things while driving.
Oh, Dang, nice bike. I had an Ultra Classic, but sold it recently since I was not riding. But after I get CDL, etc., I want to get another one.
Yeah, I hate when I hear people say they had to sell their bike. But yeah, definitely get you another one when you get a chance. Try to get you another one just like it, or get you a Road Glide, Street Glide, or that new Dyno Lowrider ST that just come out in 2022. That thing looks nice.
Jason the Great. Jason the Great. Heard a lot of people talking bad about Prime on TikTok and such. What do you think of Prime to be the first-time driver option? Look, like I think I know what video you're talking about because I watched it too, and you know that there was a lot of crazy stuff said on there. There was a lot of untrue stuff. So I believe, and like I said, I'm biased. I work here at Prime, but I believe Prime is a good company, and I don't believe that there's any. I don't think that Prime holds anything against anybody for their race, their sex, their nationality, none of that. I don't think Prime has any way biased about anything. I think that is a good company. I believe that you can come here, and if you put in the hard work and get your CDL, then you can make as much money as you want or as little as you want. Like, it's up to you. How vicious are you is how much you're going to make. And I don't think that it's a bad company at all. Prime, overall, it's a great company. A lot of people call it a starter company, which, you know, that's cool. I made this company a career. I've seen a lot of trucks that made this company a career. I see 2 million mile stickers and all these million mile stickers and all that stuff, and they have million mile dinners. Like, for a starter company, like, these guys are staying here. People are staying here. My goal was to do 1 year at Prime, get my CDL, and take myself to the oil field in Texas. Lots of money in the oil field in Texas running, you know, frac sand, whatever. You know, there's a lot of trucking jobs in the oil field, and it's good money. Now, the job security I have here at Prime is what kept me here. My family's the oil field. I know you have to save up money, and you have to save every dime you have, because guess what? You might not have a job tomorrow, and you need to have some money to fall back onto until you have to go to the next job or until the oil field picks back up to get you back out there. And I know what everyone says is the last person to get fired in the oil field is the truckers. It's still, there's a possibility. I hear that all the time. During COVID, the truckers got kicked out. Like, the truckers got laid off too. I don't know what happened to Tennessee Flatbeder, but I lost them off of here. Gunther says, I will do more research. I guess I only considered CDL school here since I was so dang close. And, you know, I would just, if your plans are coming to Prime, I would definitely, like, find out if it's harder if you have a CDL to get here. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you a big hint that it is, but I don't want to come off as the guy trying to talk you into Tennessee's back. I don't want to be the guy that's trying to talk you into coming to Prime and changing your plans. Do your research, and if Prime's where you want to be, then just come here and go through our school. That way you don't have to pay for your CDL. Right now you're going to pay for your CDL, but you won't be under a year commitment with Prime, or you come to Prime and get pretty much a free CDL if you're going to do a year here anyways. I do not, and like, I'm speaking my mind right now, I do not understand why people like to go to CDL schools and then try to come to Prime. I don't get it, because you're paying for a CDL. You're going to pay to take that class, and you're going to get the CDL, and you're going to come here, and you're still going to have to do TNT. And unfortunately, TNT's, in my opinion, one of the hardest parts. And if you don't have no experience under your belt and you just got a CDL and came here, you're going to have to do the PSD program anyways. It's just that you're going to have to take an eval instead of a CDL test. So you're still having to do something. I just, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I hope I don't discourage anybody from going to CDL schools. But if you're planning on coming here anyways, after you get your CDL, why not just start here? And just my opinion. Tennessee, you want to speak on that?
Yeah, I look at it as I pass the CDL school every time I go down through Springfield to get home instead of the interstate. And I'm looking at them going, well, how much money are they taking in per student? And then I look at their little place. They practice on a dirt lot with junk trucks and trailers that are falling apart. So that tells me they're, one, stealing your money and barely getting you through the stuff. That's what I see when I pass this CDL school every time I go home. So I look at it as, if Prime is going to pay for your CDL class schooling, and then you stay a year, they write that off, and you got a job right after you get your CDL. So, and they also, these CDL schools promise you to get you a job, but half of them don't have jobs for you when you're done. So
yeah, I was about to say that too. I was about to say that exact same thing right there, is that if you are at a CDL school, make sure you're guaranteed a job after that. I'm not hearing this, we don't have a job for you. Unfortunately, there are some shady CDL schools, and they're just going to do the bare minimum with you and teach you how to pass a test, and then boom, kick you off. Like, I've seen guys come out here that can't even straight line back, that pretty much black out whenever they start getting stressed out because they couldn't back. I mean, Tennessee, do you have any whips and chains hidden on that road glide?
I've got my get back whip and my chain wallet.
Steve says, I'm surprised so many people don't look into the program thoroughly. Then they get mad when they gotta go road PSD. Okay, yeah. Like, a lot of people think that we are like a CDL school where you're staying in a hotel, hanging out, and you're just working here. Like, just main focus is drive through town, back on the pad, go home. Drive through town, back on the pad, go home. Yeah, like, you know, this is over the road company. This program was designed for us to take you over the road.
Oh yeah.
It's just that there is so many people that need a CDL, and we're having to keep up with a lot right now. I knew I would have to do training once at Prime. Just figured it made the process easier to get CDL locally. I don't think it does. Tennessee, what do you think?
I still say I don't think it's you're spending money that you probably don't have right now on a CDL to come to a place to get a job, when you could have done your research on it and seen that Prime pays for your CDL if you do a year commitment. Yeah.
I'm fat and claustrophobic. Give me a condo truck. Oh, I mentioned Dumas, Texas. I know where Dumas is. Like, I know where that is.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably at the meat packing plant over there. JBS. Weasel Piss. I love the name, man. I just can't get over it. Dang, Weasel. I'm aiming to go flatbed when and if I get hired, and I want to be out 3 to 4 weeks at a time. How does Prime work on how long or how short a guy wants to stay out? That is up to you. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the way Prime looks, is whether your company or your lease, that's pretty much up to you. You're going to tell them, hey, I want to go home for these days. Every 3 to 4 weeks ain't too bad. You know, I used to do it. So with a company guy, they only want you to go home for about 3. They only want you to go home from 4 days max, 3 to 4 days. You know, they max 4 days. if you're a good relationship with your fleet manager, you're running hard for him. Like he's gonna be like, yeah, you need an extra day, take it. I don't care. You know, I never. Somebody says, oh, you gotta be. They say you gotta be 1 week out equals 1 day off. Where's that stuff added up? Because I never see it anywhere on my check. You earned 32 days off. You were working 32 weeks in a row. I don't see that stuff. I don't know where they keep record of it. I think that they tell you that because whenever you're taking a lot of time off, like you're a company driver, you're taking all this time off. I think that they do that just for a way to get you to work more. They're all like, man, you're taking off too much. And you're like, I don't care. I want to take more time off. Okay, you're out of days off. I think it's a scare tactic, really. Tennessee, you ever had a problem with that?
No, the biggest thing is I get told is the truck ain't making revenue when you go home.
Yeah. Steve-O says, no, there's too many prime drivers on YouTube now. I leave it up to the professionals. Yeah, there's new channels jumping on every day out there. And, you know, what I tell people is don't do one during PSD and TNT. Wait till you're finished with your training and wait a while to do that. Because the thing is, you need to be focused on this career and you need to be making sure that you're learning all you can. If you're over there focused on a YouTube channel, you're not learning stuff like you should be. You could be paying more attention, getting more tools to put in your toolbox. So I don't think it's a good idea till you've been out there a while. Like I didn't start a channel whenever I came through training. I didn't start a channel while I was a team driver or a solo driver. I started a channel whenever my students started needing pre-trip. So I was already a trainer. And I don't even watch this, like, truthfully, like all these pop-up YouTubers and stuff like that, these people with like, I don't know, less than 500 subscribers, 600 subscribers. I'm not even really watching them because I know, or the newer channels with that aren't putting out many videos and stuff like that. I'm not really watching them because my whole thing is like, if I'm watching a channel, I want somebody that's been putting out videos for a while and that's not going to be boom, make videos and gone the next day. Their next videos, why I left Prime, or why Prime fired me, or why I quit Prime. Like I want to watch the video of the guy that's been out here doing YouTube for a long time and you can see has not got fired from Prime. You know, like that's the guy I'm going to for information. That's my personal opinion on it. And think about this. If the guy that's been out here making videos for a while, like we'll use like Driver Lineup, for example, he's been making videos for a while, or Lyle No Hippie Trucking, been making videos for a while. And those two guys are really honest, honest people. If they're recommending a channel, like I'm going to go check out that channel. If it's just the startup channel, I'm probably going to subscribe to it and I'm just going to wait a while and see what happens. And as soon as I see the I got fired from Prime video, I just delete, unsubscribe. You know, I want some guys, like the reason I stayed at Prime was job security. I want some job security in my YouTubers, dang it. No offense, Tennessee. I
was
wasn't
going
saying
to say,
that
hey,
I don't
make
watch
sure
your
you
small
like and
channel. I watch
subscribe to my channel so I can get up above 500 so he'll watch my stuff.
I watch every video this man puts out. And one time I forgot to hit the thumbs up button. He goes, hey, you see my new video? I was like, yeah, I was the first one to watch it. He called me up. He said, why is it not got a thumb up? I was like, boom, got the like button on there now. Tennessee, I didn't have to sell it. I started having issues and I got tired of it. So I sold it to someone that was going to take it all apart and redo the entire bike.
Okay, that's understandable. I had a shovel head like that. I ended up having to sell it to my boys' grandpa, and then he had it rebuilt. And now my oldest son owns it. So I do understand that.
You just got to get a bell for the gremlins. Oh, my bad. I probably shouldn't have said that because I could have spoiled one of your videos. My bad.
No, you're good.
They'll forget. They don't watch this small channel, this little bitty channel with 2,500 subscribers. They don't watch this small channel. They watch those big channels that I was talking about. Those guys have been here a while. I'm still trying to prove myself. Jeff says there's maybe 20 to 25 people in my group alone. There was a total of at least 4 people among the all the group that was sent home the first day. Alex, what's going on? Tennessee, say his name, his last name.
Yeah, I never could say his last name to begin with, so.
For what it's worth, I don't have to pay for the CDL school here locally. You know, and that's a big advantage in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big advantage in it. But, you know, it might be, I don't know. I'm not your life. Like, I'm not your life. I can't tell you what to do there. You're looking at, like, I might get a CDL for free, but I might not be able to work anywhere, or I might have to go to a company that, you know, you got some things you got to think about. Like, I don't want to make your decision for you. You know, that's a decision you're going to have to figure out. But I definitely just don't want you to set you up for failure and say, go get that CDL over there. And then Prime's like, we won't hire you till September of next year. And I have a guy that's put in his application back in like July, and he had a CDL already, has like year and a half of experience. He's been on my channel before. Y'all look up the old video of Tony on my truck, and Tony was a real dude, man. He started talking trash about me in my interview about Prime. I was all like, hey, how was your training? He goes, oh, man, you were a hard ass, and I didn't like you, and you were stubborn. And I was like, it wasn't that bad. But, you know, he left Prime, and now he's coming back, and man, they told him all the way to August or September. So it's coming up to September, and I'm hoping that he's still coming in. I do appreciate all the information you give, Twizted, Big D, and Tennessee Flatbeder. Man, we try. Greenwich Trucking. Greenwich Trucking. I was gonna ask you, since you're since you were over there at the pad, did you see Greenwich Trucking at the pad? I didn't have a chance to talk to him. But
I don't think I have.
I just have this question. If your truck wouldn't have been green, would you still have been Greenwich Trucking, or would you have been like Redwich Trucking? And is it a Wizard of Oz Greenwich? I'm just super curious. That is the what's it called? That is his emblem on the side of his truck too. I think it was today I seen it on the pad. It might have been yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I was just curious. I was like, man, I can't wait to see this dude. I'm about to ask him about the sticker on the side of his truck and his name of his company over here.
So it
did you see it or not?
I don't think I have. I might have, but it looks like just like when I do my lives outside, I got lights dying on me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's raining in there on you. I was like, who's spraying you with the holes from the sink?
No, the light is dead straight in front of me just went dead. So
Jason the Great says, I'm real hungry and mindset of getting my CDLs. Do you think I can provide a good life for my wife and kids driving trucks? Jason the Great, I don't know how much your bills are. I don't know how much like your house payment is, your truck payment, all that stuff. What I can tell you is that a CDL is, and this is what I like to tell anyone, it's a minimum of $60K a year. Minimum. That's what I like to say. Minimum $60K a year. What you think, Tennessee?
Well, a year and a half in, I was able to buy my house, my pickup, brand new motorcycle for me, and a brand new motorcycle for my wife, and still had money to pay my bills.
He he was using GoFundMe accounts and he was loan sharking and stuff, and that's how he did all that. I'm just playing. We're gonna get to the end of these comments, and I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because we're gonna get out of here because we're testing our guys in the morning. So we're gonna get to the bottom of the chat, and we are out of here for the night. Thank everybody for coming in. It was a great live.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this done. Any CDL school that wants money up front, run away from real fast. I'm late. Oh, Sam, we're leaving, bro. I'm sorry, Sam.
Hey, we understand why you're late though, because you're working.
Yeah, you're over there working, man. Sam's out running his loads, his first load. Brian says, well, I got to go get up early off to bed now. Good night, guys. Good night, Brian. Take care of yourself. Gunther says, I do appreciate the information, D, in Tennessee. I will definitely do some thinking and call Prime before I do anything else tomorrow. Yes. Man, I would hate for you to miss out on a free CDL. But the thing is, you know, if you're coming here anyways, plus – maybe Tennessee could train you, or maybe Twizted could train you if you come here anyway. So, I mean, at least we know that you're – I feel like if Tennessee's training you compared to that school, I feel like you're in better hands right here with him than you would be going into that school, because I know absolutely no way that they're training you, and I know how this man trains, and I know how much work he puts in and how much – he does extra to get his guys to get their CDL.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime. I got the name and then ordered my past 3 trucks this color.
Okay.
So I had the name first. Okay, cool. Like, oh man, it was killing me. Curiosity was killing the cat. And whenever your truck was out there, I was like, this dude is not around. I was on pad 12 and it was parked on the curb across from pad 12, and my guy was backing. And all I was doing is I was over there thinking about that. I was looking at that truck going, I wonder if that dude's truck would have been purple, if it would have been Purple Witch Trucking or Black Witch Trucking or Red Witch Trucking or, I don't know, Pink Witch Trucking. I was just really curious. And then I was like, maybe it was like the Green Witch from Wizard of Oz. Maybe it's one of those deals. I really was confused about it, but we're going to get out of here. My daughter made me a – hold on. That's all I needed to hear from is all I cared about. And if I could provide a life for them, I'm 100% in.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, Jason.
No,
now you just got to do your research and find the company that fits best for you, brother.
Well, Jason, to add to that, too, is my wife don't have to work.
Hey, mine doesn't either. I just remember that. Well, I don't know. She was out there mowing the yard the other day and the lawnmower broke down, and Tennessee wasn't here to tell me how I fixed the lawnmower.
You didn't give me a call, brother.
Both of you guys point at one another, and you both pointed the wrong direction on the video. Before you both were asked if you guys had a pet peeve, just notice I've got one. Hey, Sam. He said his pet peeve, Sam. No, I'm joking. But we're going to go out with my daughter decided to make me a little intro today. So I thought it was pretty cool. Like,
I did too.
She made this. So we're going to go out looking at this little intro. It's only 5 seconds long. Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Until next Thursday, 7 p.m. And we are out of here.
Saturday.
Oh, don't forget Saturday. Super Hot Chip sucks. It's horrible. Blue tongue. All that good stuff.